I just had the urge to paint, so why not? Why not paint? Instead of sitting around thinking about it. Instead of thinking about it, I figured we might as well come on and paint instead of sitting upstairs thinking about painting. I might as well come and throw some paint on the canvas, right? Tail was bothering me just a tiny bit. It's a little pink for my liking, a little too pink. I don't mind a little pink, but a ton of pink. Gotta soften it up just a little bit, not so pink. Let's get just the tiniest splash of white in there. It's just a glaze. It'll come out a little different. I'm just trying to soften some of that blues. Hey, Anthony. I'm just doing a little evening painting. I didn't see anybody on. I hope I wasn't wrong. And I wanted to change this just a tiny bit. It was a little bit harsh for me. You know, some of these blues and stuff are a little bit heavy. Round two, yeah. Just want to soften it just a tiny bit. Yeah. Sit around doing nothing. Or I can get it and paint. And if I'm going to paint, I might as well share it with people. So, although I do paint for myself quite often. Even though popular demand says I'm on all the time when I paint, I'm not. Oh, I guess you know that though, because you've seen some of my stuff that I paint when I'm alone. Yeah. I don't know, something's just bugging me. I don't know if it's the tips where they should be brighter. Maybe. I think I ended up turning them too close to the same color as the watercolor, so I kind of lost the ends of them. You know how it is. You look at something and it'll bug you until you fix it. Yeah, that's better. It just needed that little bit of highlight in there. Probably connect it right there. I'll connect it right underneath. Put a little bit on this one on the bottom. I don't want it quite so sharp. You having a good evening, Anthony? Relaxing? Or you're still working like usual? I swear you don't ever slow down, do you? Let's put just a tiny bit right here. Thinking maybe a little bit working here. I knew you were. I think I want just a little bit of white in this upper fin. I didn't think you'd be sitting still. Too much to do. Your new adventure keeping you super busy, I take it. Let's see. Maybe we want to pull from the bottom. Let's pull from the bottom. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Too much water. Thought I rinsed that out better. Let's get that water out of there. I was thinking of doing a flower soon again. Not sure though. Oh, a little gun shy. Yeah, I cannot for life of me seem to catch any of those anymore for some reason. Of course, I haven't been feeling super great, but we'll make it. Just gonna keep going. That's all we can do. I think I want a couple low. Now I'm gonna grab just a corner, tiny bit of white. Just a little bit. I don't really want to use black, so I'll grab black and just grab the red. Kind of red out the black quite a bit. It's never easy. I'll grab the red and the orange. Go with pumpkin orange. We'll kind of put that right on this spot. Oh, layers. So many layers to a goofy little fish, isn't it? There we go. I'm just going to grab my little acrylic pen here because that line is so small. And we'll put a couple little thin lines in there. Can't really see them, but I know they're there, so I think that's not terrible. I think that's not bad at all, actually. I wish I still had some Lizard Crimson, but I don't. It's terrible. I tell you that Madonna sent me a gift. Oh, I did kind of, but yeah, she sent me a care package for my. Sent me some paper, but sent a bunch of stuff for Alexis. It was too cool. I really appreciated it. It's really tough on little people, you know. And she doesn't come get to visit Grandpa right now, so. Let's grab just a tiny bit of dark. Let's make that pink just a bit darker on the very bottom. And what do you think about glazing this whole thing after it dries in like a white or a light, like a blue, kind of put the whole thing in a glaze? Do you think that would work if I did it in a water tone, maybe a washed out teal or something, or I'm thinking maybe kind of tone some of that down. I could almost do it now because most of this is dry. Yeah, it is dry. Yep, there's no color coming up. He's dry. That's the only spot that would be wet. Yeah, I think maybe let's try it. Let's get some clean water. I know, but your input's always wanted, man. I don't care how far I get in my paintings. To be honest with you, Anthony, I could be doing it for 50 years. I'd still ask your input because I trust your opinion. That's not quite the color I was looking for. Let's go with, let's see, that's baby blue. Let's grab a little bit of this blueberry color. Hi, Merlin. Retracted message. I can't even see what you said. You retracted it so fast. Maybe just a tiny bit more color. Don't want too much color. Oh, that's an everyday occurrence for me, so you're good. Don't play with it. Put it on, leave it alone. Come on, cut it out. Yeah, I don't even know what was said, so it's all good. I'm such a space cadet most of the time. I'm not sure I'd even. I don't know if it's showing up at all, but I believe I can do more than one coat of this. I'll turn it a little bluer. Hey, JCT, how are you? Kind of a late night one for me, huh? Not normal for me. I don't come on this site very often. Once in a great while, but I'm going to lighten this up just a tiny bit. It's just for the top part, though. Just for the top part. I'm glad. Glad you're doing okay. Of course, these lines will all kind of blend right into each other after. And there. Yeah. I was trying to make a teal blue, but I wasn't quite getting it. I don't really have any glazing medium. So I'm kind of using just a tiny bit of water and the ever so slight splash of glycerin, just like a dropper. But I do have this color. It's a craft paint. I'm gonna give it a shot. It's called Caribbean. It's kind of a teal blue, light, really super light blue stuff. We're gonna put that on the top. I don't want to go too heavy because, well, if I mess it up, I mess it up. We all know what happens when I mess them up. I just repaint them, right? It is what it is. It's just a painting. It's not gonna stress me out. Can't Can't stress out over little things. And I might want to grab a bigger paintbrush. You know what? It's going to take me 6 years with that one. Let's go full size. Gonna need a little more water though. Oh, this should put some really cool lines in it though. Maybe a touch darker. Touch more blue. Yeah, I think that's good. Now we'll just let that dry and see what happens. Yeah, that'd be alright. That'd be cool. I think that's gonna look pretty cool. Because it's kind of giving a little bit of movement to the fish, you know, almost like it's in a blurry water. My sea dragon kind of stands out just a tiny bit too much, but and my little red bird over here, he really needed to have a helmet on. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna give him a helmet. I know it's kind of weird, but let's put a helmet on the little red bird. Basically, I'm just making a bubble. And we'll take some of this away. And put it underneath him. And a couple little, what do you think? Yeah, let's do a couple. We're going to be completely serious about everything. We're not really good at serious, are we? I'm not. We. I always say we. I noticed that the other day. Yeah, cool. I'll be right here. I'm not going anywhere. I might actually start another painting. Or at least start working on another painting. Gotta rinse this big brush off though, because if this thing dries hard, it really is hard to get clean. And I had my easel on my towel. That's always nice, isn't it? A little concerned about this right here. Oh, that's all right. We'll leave it. We'll leave it alone. What I'll do is I'll probably lay it flat. So that way it dries and it doesn't drip. So that's what we'll do. We'll take that one off the easel and lay it flat. And just so you know, way down there, there's my red birds that are in everything. That's actually going to be pretty cool when it dries, though, isn't it? Yeah, that should be pretty cool. So, hey Teresa, how are you? You guys want to start a new painting, or do you want to work on a redo again? Do another redo. It's up to you. Question. Diana, 2 cups of coffee, 3 Mountain Dews, and 7 Twinkies, so you could do it. That's about the only way you're ever going to keep up with it. Seriously. There is no possible way. He's got more energy than I possibly could have. Not. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm hardly ever on at this time. So, Teresa, you're safe. I usually paint for right around an hour, usually when I come on. Sometimes 2 if I get talking and I don't shut up long enough to paint. JCT took off for a second. Be right back. I think probably had to feed the kids or something. So let's start something new. I got tape down, but I'm not worried about it because normally I have tape all the way around. But I do put mats around my paintings if I put them up. So I don't really pay attention to much of the edge. So let's put some color on. Let's see, what do we want to start with? Let's go with a craft white. Let's put some craft white paint on there. What do you think? Right about there. Yeah, about that much ought to work. White, I just put a hole through my glove. White paint I have. Let's go ahead and, wait a minute, hold on 1 second. I did this the other day and ended up covering 3 paintings with paint. Okay, let's try that again. Because if I flick my paint, it's going to go everywhere. So let's put some craft white on here. Just get it down. Get some water. I'm using watercolor paper, so if you're using canvas, don't put so much water on it because you'll end up pulling up your paint won't adhere the same. Less water on canvas. Paper, you can treat it like a watercolor. Let's grab some crazy blue colors we got here sitting on my palette. Oh, this is gonna be a crazy color. Nice, I like it. Actually, it's kind of skipping too. Picking up 2 at a time. It's a light blue. Actually 3. I got a teal, a light blue, and I think it's called Blueberry Passion or something. What is that color? It's a weird Blueberry Frost. These are just Walmart 50-cent paints, little containers. Nothing fancy today. It's too hard to get paint for me right now, so, and I'm pretty good at painting with the craft paints anyway. It's kind of what I'm really used to. I've adjusted all my painting to fit it, so Plus, I like to show that you can do a decent painting on paper. Can you guys not see that, can you? My easel's terrible today. See, I'm used to painting at a different time of day. Wow, that glare is just something else. Give me a second. I'm not used to the glare this time of day. These lights are... Let's get you just a tiny bit closer. Right there. There. Now you can see the purples. And boy, I got myself into a real corner though. We're going to be painting kind of weird. That's okay. We don't care. What do you think? Mountain blue? Yeah, let's go with mountain blue color. We're going to do these in lots of blues today. I'm a little more hyper in the afternoon, if you might not have noticed. Quite a bit more so, actually. And let's put some deep reds down here. Now let's just take the brush, squirt a little water. A couple little squirts will do. Grab a little mountain blue, a little red. And let's put that nice dark purpley color down here. Ooh. You can tell it's warmer out today. Everything's kind of drying kind of fast on me. That's all right. Let's grab a little bit of that sky color and throw that in here. Right about in the middle. We're not sure what this is going to come out like because, you know, I paint what's in my head. I don't look at pictures, so my head's saying put this color down. That's what we do. Well, let's grab that mountain color. Let's grab just the tiniest touch of red and just a smidgy. I mean, I'm talking a drive-by of black. Just drive through movie theater black here. So we know we can't be out there watching this stuff right now. Let's put a couple little mountains in. We'll build this mountain up a little bit. I like mountains, so I like putting them in my paintings. Maybe go a little sharper on this edge right there. A little soft. Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows? We don't know where we're going. When we get there, we'll know, though. When we get there, we'll know. Repeated myself. Look at that. I'm an echo. Let's throw that color in there like so. We'll just kind of pull down. It kind of went a little bit over there. But... So let's make an extra outcropping. And we'll pull some red down there. Now I'm thinking we should throw a tiny bit of light blue, a smidgy of white on it. And what side looks brighter? That side looks brighter, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and add some. And we're just going to turn the brush. We could do this with a knife, but if you don't hold your brush just with your fingertips, just barely. Of course, I shake terrible in the evening, so. I'll grab some dark glue and the red and the black. Same deal, just backwards. Don't worry about the bottom. And because that sits right there, we'll maybe change a little direction there. Pull a little direction over here. I'll grab some dark. Put some dark on the very bottom. Yeah, down here, some little foothills. We never know if these are going to come out, It's always just a mystery if what I paint comes out. Doesn't always work, but it's always fun to try. Oh, I make great trees. Yeah, I can do trees. Now, I'm going to grab my white. Straight up white. Gotta flatten my brush just a tiny bit. That's just straight white. And I'm barely even touching. It'll take what it wants. And maybe just pull that down just a touch right there. Don't know. Don't know if that's going to work or not. We'll see. We'll see what that does. Lightning. I used to paint lightning all the time. I loved it. I'm going to grab some light blue. And what do you think? Somewhere's in here. Let's go ahead and put some light blue right here. Just kind of just letting the paint do its thing tonight. I'm not really pushing it too hard. I concentrate pretty hard in the morning, but at nighttime I like just to let the paint go and do its thing. In the morning I kind of pay attention to what I'm doing a little better and kind of plan sometimes a little bit ahead of time what I'm going to do. This is kind of impromptu. It's what it is, it's going to come out how it's going to come out. Yeah, barely. You can use a palette knife. I mean, I have them. If you want to use a palette knife, you can go. If you want to use a palette knife, you can go right ahead and create that with a palette knife, kind of Bob Ross style. But I use my brush because I like using a single brush to do paintings. It pushes me a little bit. It makes me try to use every piece of equipment I have in my hand a different way. So it basically shows it. You know what? You don't have to go out and spend $500 to get some painting done. Go to the big box store, go in the paint section. They're 50 cents a container or 54 cents or whatever. Grab yourself some cheap acrylics to get started if you're just starting out. Yeah. till you decide that you really like doing it. Don't spend the big bucks, you know? And then when you really practice and decide that you really enjoy it and you know, grab yourself some better paints like Anthony got me kind of addicted to Grumbacher because I at first was like, wow, that's just the name of a paint, you know, that's nothing. And then I tested them out, and boy, the texture and the thickness of them, they're just kind of it's kind of like having a nice mousse, you know, it's a beautiful, beautiful textured paint, and they do cost money though, that's for sure. We got kind of a bright sky. I grab some blues, but you know that's paint that I do have, and I break out sometimes if I'm painting on a canvas. But I live on a fixed income, so and to be honest, sometimes between me and you, my hearing aid batteries are a little more important than paint. Not very often though. I'd rather buy paint. Let's go ahead and pull this down and maybe pull this way. Can pull some more that way. And I'm definitely not an expert, and I'm not an instructor. You want to good instructors. Um, Check out, you know, Grayscale Painting, Greasy's Canvas Art, and people like that. I'm a faithful follower of theirs. I love watching them paint and create. I just like sharing. And if you learn something by me sharing, I'm happy. If you relax and take a deep breath from your day, then I'm happy. You know? That's the way I look at it. It's so other reason I don't push my channel so hard either. It's kind of like a family here. It's dysfunctional sometimes, but we all like going to each other's channels and watching each other paint and stuff, so it's kind of cool. You know? So let's grab just the tiniest bit of white on the very edge of our brush. That is not a tiny... Oh, I hate that sound. That is an ambulance. There is a senior housing place that's just up the road from me. And if he turns off that siren... Oh, bummer. He did. He did. That's a bummer. I mean, and I know it's part of nature, but it's still... Let's put a little something right there, like so. Maybe we'll pull these down just a little bit further. Like so. No, I'm used to it though, and I'd rather hear it go by with the siren going the whole time than it shutting it off right at my house, because usually the only reason they shut it off. I have a friend that works up there, so yeah, check it out. I have friends. I know it's hard to believe. As much time as I spend online, right? What do you think? A couple big white caps in there? Maybe we should put a couple down over here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put a couple over there. Let's start out with blue this time. We'll build the white up on top of them. Let's go ahead and kind of pull it this way. A little bit that way. And just kind of bring it down. Can't paint a flower to save my life, but I do like painting mountains and waves and stuff. I'm trying to learn how to paint flowers. Really, I paint a lot of flowers when I'm not online. It's actually driving my wife nuts because they're all over the table upstairs. She was trying to fold clothes the other day, and I don't know, this one piece of paper with probably 400 flowers on it. She kind of wanted it off the table. Yeah, and she doesn't touch my stuff because she's always afraid that she's going to drop it or something. She's got fibromyalgia, so her grip isn't the greatest thing sometimes. There, those are cool, aren't they? So, we don't have much beach though. You guys want to add some beach to this, or do you want to put a nice row of trees in there, or do you think this is just craggy enough to be cool? So you never know what you're going to come up with. You know? So sometimes just letting your body just do its thing and paint, just let it flow. It works, you know? Let's put a couple big rocks in here. Maybe a big one right here. Something like that. You can barely see them, but a beach, a little bit of beach. So why don't we go with, see, I'm flexible. Why don't we go with some yellow, some red, turn some orange. Maybe a peach color. Let's go with peach color. And I'm only using the colors I have. So let's go ahead. And I'm not putting extra colors on my palette today, so let's go ahead and maybe put some sand dunes in. And we'll pull it down a little bit, pull it out in the water a little bit. We'll put a little bit up here. And this is really just a mixture of yellow and red. Just, it's bright yellow with a crimson. We'll just keep pulling it till we get the color we want. And we'll go ahead and put some more in right here. We'll maybe throw some sand up here. Pull some in the water, a few spots. We'll go ahead and put some water in there, some water line. Maybe pull a little bit out right here. Get that beach pulling out just a touch. grab a tiny bit of white, just a ever so slight bit. Maybe we'll throw a little light blue in it just so it's not stark white. And we're going to use the corner. Notice I still have the same brush I started with, except for, oh no, completely the same brush. So I'm going to hold flat. And I'm going to put I'm actually just using the corner, just this edge. Just the edge. Just the corner of my brush. It's okay to switch up what side you're doing it on. And just so you know, I'm not left-handed. Yes, I am painting left-handed, but I am not left-handed. I got hurt this past winter, and I started painting left-handed. And it's kind of stuck. And I think the view is better for you guys sometimes. So yeah, I'll put some water up in here, kind of pull it down just a little. What do you think? That was just stuff out of the head. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. Just maybe some dark, crazy clouds. What do you think? Should we do some crazy clouds up there? Yeah, I think so. I think we'll do some basic clouds. Because it seems like a pretty stormy day. So let's grab a basic cloud, throw a basic cloud in there. This is really just watered down paint. And I'm kind of just pulling it around. Trying to keep the same direction. Yeah, we needed some. Maybe I throw a little one right in here. What do you think? Just a little guy, not too big. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I can't do speed with it left-handed. My left hand's not very fast. I certainly can paint way more accurate left-handed. My lines are much finer. I was born left-handed. I went to a Roman Catholic school in the 60s and 70s, and they were French Roman Catholic nuns. And being left-handed was a sign of the devil. So I was pretty much reprogrammed to to do everything right-handed. Let's pull a little bit of paint out of this so we can get just a touch bit of. There we go. I don't really like that under spot right there going down. Let's keep it going up. Like so. Yeah, there we go. I'm thinking this is pretty good. But I think we need to add one thing that I'm going to try to do with this one corner of my brush. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and take a peek at all my paintings. And someplace in my painting, there'll be some type of red bird. It's in there. There's a red bird in every single one of my paintings, at least the last 60. Someplace there is a red bird. It may be a small, tiny one. But someplace there's a bird. You guys want to put any birds in this or just let it be? It's kind of up to you guys. Oh, I can show you what color that really is, though. It's really pinks and purples. It's not. I don't think we'll add a bird. So, it was right around an hour. Told you. 56 minutes. Try to keep the 56 minutes. 1 hour. Just wanted to spend some time with some friends and share. I'll give you a close-up. Actually, let me move this back before I do, because if I don't, I will end up putting that easel in my face. Because that's normally where I paint from. Right there. But that's actually what it looks like. It's just crazy, simple. Don't get carried away. As a matter of fact, if you really worry about these things, because they're so white and so stark, take your finger and knock them down a little bit. Pull them. Give them a little drag. Take that white out of there if you don't like it. If you really don't like it, take some of that sand color and throw it up there. Throw some of that sand on the top. If you don't want snow looking stuff, just throw some sand. There. Voila. Doesn't always have to be. Forgot that I put a hole through that finger glove. Now my finger's all paint. That's all right. Doesn't always have to be conformist. It can be anything you want it to be. Remember, when you paint strictly out of your head, it's yours. It's your world. There's nobody can say, oh, that's not right. That's terrible. Well, no, because this is my world. This is something that came out of my head, so it's completely me. There's no right or wrong to it. I mean, granted, you still want to keep your tones and your colors, but, sometimes it's better just to let go and paint. But anyway, thank you everybody so much for coming to visit. I do appreciate it. I'm here just about every morning, about right around 9 o'clock. I try to come on at 9 o'clock, unless I have friends coming on, in which case I yield. I will not paint if I know my friends are coming on. But I will be on sometime during the day. That's how I am. As you can see, I'm pretty relaxed, and this is the attitude I have most of the time, except I'm a terrible practical joker. But anyway, thank you all for coming to visit. I hope you had a good time. Like I always tell everybody before I sign off, enjoy life, because you never know. Especially now. You never know. Just, even if it takes 10 minutes and you just crayons or something for yourself. Always take a little bit of time for yourself. But thank you, Teresa, for showing up. Thank you, Marilyn. Thanks, Anthony. I know my mountains are a little wonky for you. I don't. But like I said, it's my world. The waves, I have a good time. I think I'm getting better with them. But Marilyn, thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. And JCT, I hope you're still here. Thank you for helping out and keeping me safe. Making sure I don't have any of those nice evil trolls picking on me. Not sure if JC2 took off or not. I can't really tell. And I know Diana wasn't here, but she probably went to bed. But thank you all, and I will see you guys soon. Take care.